What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Skywalker Show, guys. Part 3 of What If Ahsoka Pulled Anakin Out of the World Between Worlds portal. I hope you guys enjoyed Part 1 and Part 2, and so thankful for your love on Part 1 and Part 2 also. I have merch coming. What If merch is coming soon to the Skywalker store, guys. So check that out. Hit the subscribe button. Go follow my page. Always the pages that are linked in the bio are mine. Just like I said, thank you so much for the love on Part 1 and Part 2 of the What If. And this is the finale of the 3-part saga. A Star Wars multiverse is coming soon to the Skywalker show. Very soon. We'll be starring Ahsoka Tano and Anakin Skywalker, our two loved Jedis that will be between worlds portaling through the galaxy far away. I'm so excited to bring it. Poster coming soon for it. I'm so excited. I really am. I will be out next year. So stay tuned for that. So be sure to subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Skywalker Show, for more awesome What Ifs and multiverse episodes. It will be an 8-episode multiverse episodes, and then if it gets big hits like the What Ifs are, we're just going to keep knocking season 2 out, season 3. We're just going to keep going until my old self / young self is satisfied. But don't worry, more What Ifs still going to be coming to this show too. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's going to be a long one, so I gotta get all my information out. I will be explaining everything at the end with Thrawn introducing to the World Between Worlds portal, and other things. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and let's do this. What if Ahsoka put Anakin out of the World Beyond Worlds portal? You can call me Thrawn. Anakin only heard that voice, but didn't see him. Who is this Thrawn? Ahsoka said, confused, looking at Anakin. Back in the Clone Wars, I was doing a mission. I came about this huge ship. It looked like it was stuck or something. I started talking, mentioning the Force and my name, Skywalker. It sounded familiar to him. But that's it. But what does that have to do with anything? How does he remember me? That was a long time ago, Anakin said. You can't see me, but I can see you, Thrawn said. How did you find us? Only people that are Force users can speak and come in the portals, Ahsoka said. I am no Jedi. Isn't that what you said, Miss Tano? So, by my calculations, how are you in here? Ahsoka growled. What do you want, Thrawn? Anakin said. Thrawn was silent for a moment, then spoke. Skywalker and Miss Tano, you both were war heroes long ago, decimated so many battle droids, freed so many planets, saved so many people. Thrawn's voice lightened. But not mine. Ahsoka and Anakin looked at each other, locking eyes. Thrawn continued speaking. My homeworld of Chilla is located in the unknown regions of the world of the galaxy. Nuru Kongyuruma was the first male Chiss Jedi Padawan in the waning years of the Galactic Republic. The Chiss Ascendancy has a powerful military and has 30-ish colonies ruled by the ruling families, Thrawn said, his voice drifting off. Why are you telling us this? Ahsoka said. Because I need your help, Thrawn said lightly. And all I ever did was help my homeworld. I failed them. So I want you, Miss Tano, and Skywalker to make sure my homeworld of Chilla is safe and the Empire doesn't harm it. Ahsoka and Anakin looked at each other once again and nodded. We will make sure your homeworld is safe and sound, Anakin said. Thank you, Thrawn said, smirking a little. Oh, and, one more thing before I go, Thrawn said. Skywalker, your other half I like too. It's a good suit, and I respect that one as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall be on my way. I'm heading to Lothal to help Governor Price handle these rebels. Bye for now. Bye for now. The noise was quiet now. Ahsoka and Anakin can only hear their thoughts. So what now? Ahsoka said. We start by looking for Obi-Wan, Anakin said proudly. What about Padme? Ahsoka said. Anakin turned his face away from hers. Ahsoka could feel Anakin's sadness. Not until it's safe, Ahsoka. We can't now. It's too dangerous for Padme to be here. Not until we, and of course Obi-Wan, get rid of Vader and Palpatine. So where should we start looking? Ahsoka said. We need a timeline where Obi-Wan is at his strongest. We have to pull him out during the Clone Wars, Anakin said. So let's look. Anakin and Ahsoka walked through every way of the world between worlds portal. Anakin thought patiently for a moment. What about the fight with Grievous? But Anakin, if we pull Obi-Wan out of that timeline, Grievous is alive. You're right, so we need another. So Anakin and Ahsoka kept walking, wandering, and looking at each portal to see which one they could pull Obi-Wan out of. Ahsoka, over here, Anakin shouted. Ahsoka ran to Anakin. What about this one, Snips? He's still young here, and plus, he stood his own against Vader. But he's with Bail Organa and his wife. Who's that little girl that Obi-Wan is talking to? Anakin said confusedly. She's beautiful. She reminds me of Padme, Anakin said, trying to hold back tears. Anakin, Ahsoka said, that's your daughter. Her name is Leia. And you have a son named Luke. Ahsoka smirking at Anakin. Anakin paused for a moment. Felt he couldn't breathe. Anakin, are you okay? Ahsoka said. Anakin finally catching his breath. Yeah, Snips. I'm okay. I have a daughter and a son? Anakin thought to himself. When the war ended and Padme was gone, I thought the kids were too. But now I know. They're alive. I have to see them, Anakin said excitedly. Anakin, wait! You can't. You can't do that. You know you can't. If they see you, the timeline will be ruined. They will be scared of you. You will see them again. I promise you, Ahsoka said, touching Anakin's shoulder. I know, but they're so close. I know, Anakin, but let go for now. You'll see them again. Come on, let's find Obi-Wan, Ahsoka says. Anakin follows. This is the portal we could take him out of, Ahsoka says. He isn't hiding. And meat cutting. This is what Obi-Wan does on his free time, Anakin said, trying not to giggle. He's cutting meat. Well, Anakin, to his defense, he is hiding because of you. Ahsoka says, yeah, I know. But why is he hiding? He should be helping and bringing peace again. Anakin said, once the fall of the Republic, the clones turned and Palpatine took over. As a Jedi, we failed as keepers of the peace. We fought a war that we should have never fought. And now we're fighting another one. Bigger than last time. We lost so many people to the Clone Wars. And friends turned on us, Anakin. I got Rex's chip out of his head that controlled him to be cold-hearted killer, Ahsoka said. Shaking of her hand started. Where's Rex now? Anakin said. He could help us a lot with scouting. He could really help us. I lost touch with him a long time ago, but I'm sure we could find him. Let's get Obi-Wan first, Ahsoka said. So this is the portal. Let's go then, Snips. They both entered the portal. This is the scene where Obi-Wan is running away from Vader and his Inquisitors. Is this the right one, Ahsoka? It's dark. He's probably not here meat cutting now. This should be the one. I saw it, Ahsoka said, confused. It's okay, Ahsoka. Let's just find Obi-Wan and get out of here. Can he see us? It's too dark. Yes, Ahsoka said, annoyed. Why do you think he can't see us? I don't know. I'm asking you, Anakin said. Shh. I hear footsteps, Ahsoka said. Someone's running this way. Scared, afraid, and alone. Let's hide. Anakin and Ahsoka hide in this abandoned warehouse / gas station. I hate sand. This is definitely Tatooine. I really hate sand, Anakin says. I know, Anakin. You said that 8 times already, Ahsoka said jokingly. Hey, I only said it 3 times. Anakin said back to her with a smile on his face. Shh, Ahsoka said. I hear someone coming.
You can't run from me, Obi-Wan.
A mysterious voice coming from someone, but we don't see him. I know that voice, Ahsoka said. Vader, she said silently. Vader, Anakin said. Isn't that me? He's gonna run into Vader. And then they found Obi-Wan. Anakin and Ahsoka see Vader fighting Obi-Wan. Back and forth, saber to saber. Vader has the upper hand on Obi-Wan. Ahsoka and Anakin can feel Obi-Wan's confusion, sadness, his not will to fight no more. He just feels alone and broken. Don't you hate sand? Anakin, Ahsoka says. Yes, I do, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. You hate sand. This isn't Tatooine. Vader knows not to go there because of sand and his past, Ahsoka says. That's where Anakin Skywalker is born, she said, meaning me? Right, because I am him. Yeah, I am him, Anakin said. Anakin, Vader is facing his past. He has to destroy his past. So meaning Obi-Wan, Anakin said, sadly. We have to help him, Ahsoka. I could feel his sadness, his will not to fight no more, Anakin said to Ahsoka. I know, but we can't right now. We just have to get Obi-Wan out. It would mess up the timeline. But didn't we mess up the timeline already when we got here? Ahsoka looked at Anakin with that face. Come on, she said. Let's help Master Obi-Wan. They see Vader destroying Obi-Wan, force choking him, making him suffer. Anakin and Ahsoka couldn't help but water with sadness in their eyes.
I will make you suffer, Obi-Wan. What you did to me,
Vader said. Obi-Wan's screaming in pain. We have to help him, Ahsoka. We can't just sit here and do nothing, Anakin said angrily. Okay, but we can't engage with Vader. He's too strong and angry. Ahsoka, that's me. I'm in the suit. I can take him. Anakin, no. Why do I even bother? Ahsoka says.
I haven't felt a presence like this.
Vader paused.
The master and the apprentice live,
Vader said. Anakin and Ahsoka holding their ears, like something scary and evil that they were feeling like a ringing in their ears.
Anakin Skywalker lives,
Vader says. Vader looks off into the distance to see two humans, Anakin and Ahsoka. What was that? My ear, my head. Anakin said. That was a powerful shockwave. Ahsoka. Anakin said, holding his head, and Ahsoka also holding her head. Ahsoka, look out! A red blade ignited. Ahsoka looked back, but too late.
Then you will die.
A blue lightsaber shines on Ahsoka. Not this time, Anakin says, looking right into the face of evil.
I destroyed you.
Vader said. No, you didn't. You destroyed yourself, and you know it, Anakin said with a growl. Anakin feels the anger from Vader. They both jump back, ignite their lightsabers once again. Let's see what you got, Vader, Anakin said. They clash back and forth. Light side versus dark side. Evil Anakin versus light side Anakin. Ahsoka watching, holding her head still. She slips away to check on Obi-Wan and get him to safety. Anakin and Vader keep going back and forth, back and forth. Vader gets the upper hand, then Anakin. It's like they have the same power level. The dust hitting them in the face, the wind howling. Back and forth, back and forth. They're equally matched. They trained you well in the dark side, Vader, Anakin said with a smile. Palpatine trained you well for a puppet, Anakin said. They both force pushed each other back. They both hit the wall. They're both breathing heavy. Anakin! Ahsoka! Jump on! Ahsoka found a speeder. Anakin jumps. Vader catches Anakin with the Force in midair. Anakin, gasping for air. Ahsoka jumps. Force pushes Vader. Anakin drops. Not this time, Ahsoka says. Vader pauses, lets Anakin and Ahsoka go. They drive off with Vader staring in the distance with his red eyes really with evil. Thanks, Ahsoka. He's really strong. I know, she says. Let's get Obi-Wan out of here. They wait until Obi-Wan wakes. I think he's waking, Ahsoka. Come on, Master, wake up! Ahsoka and Anakin slapping him in the face. Obi-Wan wakes. His eyes turn big. Anakin? Ahsoka? How? What? What? We'll tell you everything, Master, Ahsoka says. Anakin and Ahsoka tell him everything. Obi-Wan is shocked by what Anakin and Ahsoka are telling him. You trained your Padawan well, Anakin. I had a great teacher, Master. They both smiled at each other and laughed and then hugged. It's good to see you again, Obi-Wan. You too, Anakin. So, Ahsoka, what you're saying is you open time portals and you can't close them. You said Lothwolves. We haven't seen them in thousands of years. But you're telling you've seen them, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan said. We have to close these portals unless whatever darkness is going to come out, we have to work together as a team. You never know who's watching or listening. Before we go to Lothal, I have to make a call to see if my Ebop is okay on Tatooine. Obi-Wan says, walking away. What's an Epop? It's an Ebop. Anakin says, confused. Best if we don't know, Anakin, Ahsoka says. They find Obi-Wan's ship and take off. Back on Coruscant, the Emperor senses disturbance in the Force. Lord Vader, your past has come back. We need to destroy it before it gets out of hand. Send the Inquisitors to destroy them. Yes, my master.
Hello.
Dun 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 dun. That is it, guys, of episode 3. What if Ahsoka pulled Anakin out of the World Between Worlds portal? I hope you guys like it. I know I made some mistakes. Don't worry. In this what if, I'm very sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed it and get the storyline. I know I'm a little slow paced reading this for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I enjoyed writing it. I know I said Obi-Wan and his Eop. I think that's not how you say it, so I said it wrong. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to say big Star Wars names and weird Star Wars names. I'm very sorry. But I hope you guys like it. And now my other questions to you guys are, what's next? What is your ideas? I heard a lot of Vader and Anakin fight. We'll see that one again. You know, I'm foreshadowing everything that will happen in the multiverse of Star Wars. You know, just like with Thrawn. Like, Thrawn was introduced, and he's not a Force user. But when I went to Rhode Island, I sat and talked with Timothy Zahn. Thrawn always wanted to protect the Chiss ascendancy. Always did. He always did the right by it, and that's why he joined the Empire. He's not a Force user. But how would he get to hear and see Anakin and Ahsoka? There's just so much he can do because he's so smart. He's so intelligent. You know what I mean? He could have a Force user doing it for him. You know, what if that? You know, like, not even what if, but like a multiverse episode on that. And now Obi-Wan is in the picture, guys. Obi-Wan is in the picture. Anakin knows he has kids. Ahsoka knows that Luke and Leia are out there. Of course he does. Now we know because, like we see in the Tales of the Jedi, Ahsoka knows that Padme was pregnant, and they know, and you can always feel to the Force that presence and everything. And we pulled Obi-Wan out of the timeline of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Qui-Gon Jinn next, you know, who's coming in this multiverse, guys? Who is coming? I'm very excited for this multiverse. I hope you guys understand the story. I hope this makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, you could always say it doesn't make sense. You know, I know I'm very slow paced with it, but I want to get everything out. You know, I'm not doing the voices. I wish I was, you know, but eventually I'll be getting someone to do Ahsoka's voice, Anakin's voice, you know, Obi-Wan's voice. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavolitano Show, for just awesomeness. I know this was a long what if, but it's out there now, and I'm proud of the 3 parts. I think we finished strong with this one. Palpatine now has a disturbance. Vader is now involved. Who else from the dark side users are going to be involved? Like, maybe Maul, maybe Grievous. You know, I'm foreshadowing Grievous. I'm foreshadowing Thrawn. Fight with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka. Eventually with Vader. You know, so I got a lot of things to do. Episode 1 of the multiverse is coming next year, guys. Multiverse Star Wars is coming next year. So here we go. Let's enjoy. Thank you guys for joining me. More what ifs coming and more stuff to the channel. Be sure to check out the Scavolitano store for all the pins, awesomeness I will be posting on here as well. Be kind to one another, guys, and may the Force be with you always. Bye.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.